kind of as a means to give people a quick, easy reference point of what it is they're trying to achieve in their lives and how to achieve it, right? And to build a snowman or to build your snowman is just like building your own life. You always start at the bottom. You always start at the base, the foundation, the what you stand for, right? So the bottom of the snowman are your core values. What are those 5 or 6 core values that you want to choose to live your life by? Not only what are they, but what do they mean to you, right? So how you define family or how you define truth will be completely different than how I define it or what it means in my life, my family, my situation. So by defining it, you can fully understand what it means to you and articulate it to the people around you. This is what I mean when I say trust. This is what I mean when I say family. Once you understand how you kind of want to walk your journey, the path you want to follow based on your values, now we can start on the second part of the snowman, the midsection, which is basically what it is you hunger for, what you want to achieve, right? What are you most passionate about in your life that you want to do and to accomplish? So what are those dreams? What are those goals that you want to set for yourself, and really reconnect with them and do a lot of visioning work and what it'll look like when you achieve it. What's it going to feel like? What's it going to look like? How are you going to get there, right? Who's going to be there when you get there? So that you can reconnect with those passions and really have a clear picture of, now I know where I want to go and how I want to get there. This is the type of path I want to take based on who I am. Now it's time to start planning the process, and that's when you build the head of the snowman. That's the logical thinking part of, how do I get there? What are the steps that I need to take? What are the things that I need to do? How do I plan properly based on where I am today to start taking steps forward to reach the goals that I want to achieve based on these values? And with every snowman comes one other component, and that's his magic hat, right? The trick with a magic hat is you can only take out of a magic hat what you put into it, right? That rabbit doesn't get in there by himself. The magician put him in there at some point, right? So your magic hat are your resources, all the things around you that you feel that you need in order to accomplish your goal and to start taking steps forward and taking action. So you check your magic hat. What are the resources that are already in there? What are the resources you have? The people, and places, the work, education, knowledge base that you have in place. And then what are the ones that you need? What do you need to add to your hat that you feel you're going to need either now or in the future to get to where you want to be, so that you have them there to take out of your hat when you're ready?
Do you think everyone believes they have a magic hat? Is part of what you do?
I believe we all have a magic hat, and we can all fill it differently. Mm-hmm. I think the challenge is being able to, within a busy life, and all of our lives are chaotic and filled with just tasks, right? Things to do that get in the way. All the have-tos, I say, tend to pile up so high that you start to lose sight of the want-tos, right? And so my job as a coach is to help people take that 30,000-foot view over top of the have-tos to reconnect with the want-tos and then gain some perspective. Now that you can see better, what are the resources that might be around you that you haven't noticed yet, right? What are the things that, people at work that may have certain expertise that you're looking to learn about that, hey, you know what, let me talk to this person more. Let me build a relationship with them. Maybe they'd be willing to teach me some of these skills. What are schools that are available in the area to teach you or gain the knowledge or the skill base that you're looking for? And then, you know what, my employer does have a scholarship program. I wonder if I would qualify for that, and I wonder if this particular program would qualify for that. That's something I can look into. People start to pull pieces together and realize there's a lot more available to me to put into that hat than I realized.
And the pieces are in the hat?
And now I can start pulling them together, or at least gathering information to know what's available to me, and move forward in a very purposeful and responsive way. We tend to, I tell people a lot of what I do is getting people from react to respond mode, from your heart to your head and back again sometimes. In any given moment, within the first 2 seconds of any experience, the brain in any human being it automatically reacts. It's an emotional reaction to the situation. It's that fight or flight. Do I need to run? Do I need to stand my ground? How do I survive this? Is the first thing that kicks in with all of us. It takes that full 2 seconds before that experience can move to the logical part of your brain, and you can actually be more responsive and thoughtful about it. And okay, is this what's really happening here? Why is it happening? What do I know? So you've got that 2 seconds of time where your emotions can take over and you can react to that situation. You can be angry, you can run from somebody, you can clam up and not talk, or you can take that 2 second pause, allow yourself to process a little bit more and actually respond thoughtfully. And this is what this process is about. Let me create the snowman to help me to respond thoughtfully to who I am, what do I want to achieve, and how am I going to do it, and what resources are there for me. Because it can be intimidating, right? When you think of everything that I might need to do to, move from becoming a nurse to a doctor, or to, recovering from this catastrophic injury and getting back on my feet and retiring and putting my kids through college again or going back to work. It can be daunting, and the emotions kick in at that point, right? The fear, the anger, a lot of different things can kick in, and my job is to help you take that step back beyond the emotions so you can think it through. The emotions are important. They're part of who we are, right? They kind of help us understand what's happening to us, why it's happening to us, why this means so much to me. But it's in the mind that we can be more responsive and understand that, okay, even though these emotions or this emotion is natural, is it necessary in this moment? Is it productive for me in this moment? Sometimes it's yes. Sometimes you need to be angry at somebody, right? Sometimes you got to make your point known. Sometimes, yes, you know what? I'm sad. I've lost a loved one. I've lost aspects of my life due to this injury, and I need some time to mourn. That's natural. But to be able to be responsive about it and understand the emotion and that it's necessary or unnecessary. Hey, you know what? I don't necessarily need to be angry in this situation. Let me approach this in a different way. Take a step back. Can diffuse a situation and make it much more productive for someone too. So it's really just teaching people to learn how to move from heart to head and back to heart again in any given situation based on their own choices, based on their own core values, based on their own goals, their own experiences.
Move in the hat and out of the hat, both.
Oh yeah, resources can change. Your situation can change, right? One resource may no longer be something that you need or even relevant to what you're trying to achieve. Doesn't mean you necessarily toss it out of the hat. You never know, right? But okay, I'm moving in a different direction, or my life's taking a different path. I still want to achieve this goal, but I'm going to have to maybe take a little bit different of a road, and there may be some other resources necessary in order to do that. So let me think this through and figure out what this new path is going to look like. And this is a process where I always tell my clients when they fill out the exercises to build the components of the snowman to do it in pencil, because life is never so set to where you can just do it in ink and it never changes, right? You want to be able to go back and redo the exercise as things change. What's changed and how does this reshape my snowman and the path that I'm taking for myself, because then I can just go back and do it.